They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. Here's Jackson. And fights him off. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. After the turnover, here's Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Murray. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Play fake. Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down.
Come on.
Now Murray. Dancing to his left.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good.
And it's 3-0 Washington.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
From the 29, Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to have a third down.
I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Forced out to his left. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A handoff to Penny. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Jackson to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Tucker's kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On second down now, Compton. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll run on first down. Compton. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And Washington has taken the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
He's going deep for Brown. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
The Ravens on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
89 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. On 2nd and 1, Murray buying time to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson, that's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. Compton. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is
the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Jackson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And certainly not the greatest of punts there. This will get out of bounds right at their own 40-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. On first down, Compton. Room here to run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, Compton. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Green.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Here's Str8 now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Finding some room at midfield. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A big play there. 63 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson, letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Pushes him over. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 20-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. The ball comes out, and it's Washington that scoops it up.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Murray now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Murray now. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. They're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll run on 1st down. Compton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he gets it down to the 32.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, Compton. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Washington on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Murray. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now on second and 16. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense, as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. Back to throw it. Murray sliding out of the pocket. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A huge play there for Washington. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. They get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. A gain of 3, second down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Jackson on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. He'll let this go for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Steps away to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
So a victory here for the